Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers from the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp coming at you with another lesson. And before we get into our lesson, we want to start off giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. And salutation to the Akim, the brothers, the fellow laborers that's out there pushing his word, doing the ministry of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So basically, man, we're just going to get into a lesson how the Lord is only dealing with one nation on the earth, man. According to the Bible, man, you have 18 nations. And out of that 18 nations, the Most High only choose one. And who are the ones that he chose? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, man. The Lord chose us over all nations, man.
Right.
You know? And, you know, it's not just only a black thing, you know, because you got a lot of these people out here in the world thinking that when we come out or go out there on the highways and byways and put up these videos about us being Hebrew Israelites, claiming our true heritage according to the Bible, they thinking they're just, you know, blacks. But Hebrew Israelites also concern the Latinos, the Native Americans, and the confused faces who bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, man. You know, because we were scattered amongst all nations, man. That's one of the curses that the Lord put on us, man. That we were going to be scattered amongst the nations that the Lord do not care about, man.
Right.
That he do not desire, man. And your bloodline is determined through the seed of your father, man. So if your bloodline, by the seed of your father, go back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent, you are a true Hebrew Israelite, man, according to the Bible, the Spirit, and the flesh, man. But basically, man, we're going to get into it. How the Lord chose Israel above all nations, man. Which consider you other nations are heathens, man. The Lord's enemy, man. Which consider you so-called white people, the Edomites, the Chinese, Moab, Ammon, which are the Japanese, the Africans, which go back to the son of Ham. You know, the Arabs go back to Ishmael, Elam, which consider you East Indians, you know, the sons of Japheth, which consider you Hawaiians, Samoans, you know, the ones over there in the Philippines, Vietnamese, Thailand, you know, because they are heathens, because their bloodline go back to the whatever heathenistic forefather they are, man. You know, if your bloodline do not go back to Negro, Latino, Native American descent, you are a heathen for whenever those bloodlines are just not spoken of, which concern the heathens, man. The Lord is not dealing with all nations, man. So we're going to get straight into it, man.
God. 7:6.
Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. It says, For thou art in a holy place, it says, For thou art in holy people unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, had chosen thee to be special people unto him. All the people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, so the Lord chose the nation of Israel, a special people unto himself, man. No other nation is the Lord dealing with, man. Only with the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and those that descended from those bloodlines, man, which are the Israelites, man. Continue on
with that. God. Verse 7, it says, The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more. You was more in numbers than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
And that's going back to the time of Jacob, when Jacob's sons went into the land of Egypt under the Egyptians, which are the Hamites, and we was under them in captivity for 400 years. And we started off as a small nation, man. When we first went into Egypt, we was 70 souls, man. And we came into a great multitude of Israelites, man. You know. That's it on that. Get Deuteronomy 32, and start off at 7.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. It says, Remember the days of old, consider years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he was show you, show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And that's what we have here today, man. You know, mainly the great men of great millstone, man.
Right.
Starting with the apostles and elders on down, man. They are our spiritual fathers, man. They are our elders, man. They are our teachers, man. You know, that taught us this truth, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's
and
right.
through them, you know, and other, you know, men that was before them that taught them the word also. And then they have the word and taught it to the younger brothers or men that's under them, you know. And now we having an understanding to know who we are, man. That we're not blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Africans, you know, Mexican, Cuban, and, you know, Colombian, Venezuelan. That we go back to the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
That's right.
Continue on.
Verse 8. It said, when the Most High divided nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Abraham or Adam.
So that prove right there that the Lord is not dealing with all nations, man. Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua divide the nations, man. And every nation, according to the Bible, got their own inheritance, man.
Right.
But Israel is his people, man, as it continue to read on.
It says, he set the bonds of the people according to the number of children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. For the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua portion is his people.
So the Lord said that his portion is Jacob, man, Israel, man, his people, man. Not all nations, man, because all nations came from Adam. But he said the only nation that he chose from the bloodline of Adam is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Israel, man. We consider you Negro, Latinos, and Native American once again, man. The children of Israel.
All right. Continue on. It says Jacob is a lot of his inheritance.
So the Lord inherited is Jacob, man, Israel, man. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, man, during the time of Moses and the Exodus, man, out of the time of Egypt, man. We fled out of Egypt. Well, not fled when Moses delivered the nation of Israel out of Egypt, man, by the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. And that covenant that he gave to Moses to give unto the children of Israel was that we were his chosen people. And our inheritance was the law, statutes, commandments, man.
Right.
And the land of Israel, man. That's our land. The law, statutes, commandments was given to us, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And those that are of that descent, man. So our heritage is from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. We are his chosen people, man.
That's right.
That's it on that. Get Isaiah 40 and 17. I'm gonna get while you get that, I'm gonna get second Esdras. I'm gonna get second Esdras to back up the book that we just not read, man. We read Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 7, man. It's in that book it said that the Lord divide the nations, man. The ones that came from Adam, man. Like I say, man, all nations come from Adam, but out of that chosen, out of the line of Adam, the Lord only chose Israel, man. And this is second Esdras chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all creatures, of him come we all. So all nations come from Adam, man. But this is what they're going to continue to break it down, man. And it said, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So all nations come from the lineage of Adam, you know. But he said there was a chosen people that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua chose unto himself, man. So you got a lot of these people in the world claiming that, you know, when we go out there and saying that, you know, we Israelites, then they are the original Gentiles, you know, not the Israelite foreigners that lost their custom and lost their ways, but the original Gentiles, the ones that the Lord do not deal with, man, you know. And they'll say that, you know, all us, the Lord made all us, you know, all us come from Adam. But here in the scriptures, man, the Lord said that even though all nations come from Adam, he got a chosen lineage that came from out of the sons of Adam, man. And they are the Israelites, man. And it said, of him come we all, which is Adam, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, which are the Israelites, man, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua make the world for the Israelites, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are the Lord's chosen people, man. That's how it always been ever since the beginning, man. It is not going to change to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They doesn't change, man. They do not change, man. So you got a lot of these people out here in the world talking about the new covenant, open up to the Gentiles, which don't have the understanding the Gentiles in the New Testament are the Israelite foreigners, man. That lost their custom and went on the ways of the customs of the heathens, man. And it was Yahweh Shai that set up the 12 disciples and Paul and different other men to bring those Israelite foreigners from out of those heathen customs ways and bring them back to their true heritage of being an Israelite, man, and serving the true power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And it said, all these have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which are the other nations, the so-called white man, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the Syrians, the Hawaiians, the Samoans, the Africans, all these heathen nations, and the nation that's outside of the nation of Israel, this is what the Lord said unto them, man. And it said, as for the other people, which also came of Adam, but they, like I say, man, all these people say they come from Adam, and the Lord accepted the Gentiles, meaning anybody can make it if they believe on Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai, but that's not the case, man. And it says, as for the other people which came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Lord said that these other nations outside of the nation of Israel, they are nothing, man. And he compared them to spit, man. That's how the Most High look at you heathen nations, man. He compare you into spit, man. Anything about spit, man, it's a disgusting, matter, man.
That's right.
Most time when people spit, man, it's a spit that they spit out with like a toxin or some type of mucus or something, man. You got to get that out of your body, man. So the Lord look at these heathen in a way of disgust, man. Because they not the Lord chosen people. He haven't placed his glory upon them, man.
That's right. That's right.
And it said, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which had ever been reputed as nothing, and it always been like that, man. The Lord said, Ezra said these heathens are reputed as nothing, man. Even from the ancient days all the way up to now, man. And it said, now behold, these heathen which are ever being reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us to devour us. Because the reason why they are over us right now, the reason why you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are over here in captivity under the so-called white man and scattered throughout different other nations under captivity to these other heathen nations, because we rebelled against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
We broke the law, statutes, commandments. We went to serve false gods, idols, following the customs and the ways of the heathens. So the Lord punished us by putting us in captivity under our enemies, man, under the heathens, which are nothing to the Most High, man.
Right.
So the Lord did that to punish us, man. And it said, but we, thou people whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and fervent lover, are given into their hands. So the Lord put us in the hands of our enemies, man.
Right.
Many of the so-called white men, the Edomites, because they're the top heathen nation that's ruling right now, man, over the whole world, man. But they, right along with these other heathens, hand in hand with the Chinese, the Arabs, they are all hand in hand with Esau, man. Edom to keep us down, to keep us oppressed, man.
Right.
But it's about to change, man. Because Yahweh Shai is raising up the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3, the ones that's going to come at and receive his word and believe on him, and we're going to get that salvation, man.
Right. If I can say, it says, whom thou hast called thou firstborn, and who that was the firstborn, between Esau and Jacob. It was Esau, and with that, man, when they was the firstborn, they was fighting in the womb, and Esau came out first, being the firstborn. But it said the firstborn should serve the younger. So so therefore, since we went in captivity to the unto the firstborn Esau and the other different other different heathen nations, and when it comes to point in time when the Most High lift that curse and that punishment on Jacob and on the nation of Israel, gonna be back on top again, man. We're gonna be ruling on the other different nations, especially you so-called white people, man. Edomites.
So the firstborn is really us, you know.
Right.
So even though Esau was born before Jacob, how the Lord set up Esau that he came out first, but the Lord said that the elder shall serve the younger. And what happened, Esau sold his birthright unto Jacob, man. When you read Genesis, the 25th chapter, he sold his birthright to Jacob.
That's right.
And Jacob got the blessing, man, by supplanting his father Isaac, and Isaac gave him the blessing, thoughting that Jacob was Esau when he dressed up as Esau by the help of his mother Rebecca, and the Lord had it set up in the spirit anyway, man, because the Lord always had Jacob to be the chosen anyway, man.
Right.
Esau just came out being the firstborn because, you know, you go deep into, you know, Cain and Abel. And Abel, you know, Cain slew Abel. But in the reincarnation of Jacob and Esau, the Lord punished Esau by giving his birthright, letting Jacob take the birthright, and the Lord chose Jacob to be his chosen people, man. So that was talking about the first begotten, meaning that the Lord always had it set up that Jacob was going to be his only nation, man.
Right.
Because ain't no other nation that the Lord sees as his people, man, that he chose, man. Continue on, and it said, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an heritage with the world? Because we are in captivity right now, man. We went into captivity. You know, we got, you know, run out of our land, pushed and fled out of our land by the Roman prosecution during 70 AD. And we ran to different parts of the world, like mainly the western hemisphere or the west coast of Africa, you know, North Africa, you know, but mainly the west coast of Africa, Europe, Asia, you know. And through those times, man, ever since them times, when we went out of our land, the land of Israel, man, and we came over here into captivity, you know, which was, you know, the southern kingdom, came from the west coastal shores of Africa, you know. Then you had the northern kingdom, which the Latinos, the Native Americans, they got pushed out of the land, you know, in the ancient days through the Assyrian captivity, you know, and they came over here, fled the Assyrian captivity and came over here to America to keep the law, statute, commandments, you know. But eventually they got taken down by Esau, the so-called white people, and they took the lands from the northern kingdom, and they're in captivity also right along with the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, to this day, man. You know, and wherever the Lord had our enemies scattered us through the slave trades, man. And it said, why do we not possess an heritage with the world? How long shall this endure? So Ezra was asking the Lord, you know, you say we are chosen people and you chose us above all nations, so why are we in captivity under these heathen nations, man? Like I say, and like the scripture said, man, because we went off against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But as Ezra asked how long shall it endure, man? And it was doing for a long time that we was on the bottom, man. But now we're in the time of Yahushua waking up the nation of Israel, starting off with the elect and bringing them back unto himself. And he's going to come back by the ways of the so-called UFOs, the chariots, and bring destruction to this world, man, this wicked world.
That's right.
And save his elect by delivering them out of the destructions that's going to come. Because America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man. And different other countries, man. You know, by missiles, man. But America was going to get the worst. And the Lord's going to deliver his elect by beaming them up into those chariots, wherever we are scattered at, man, in the four corners of the earth. And after that, man, He's going to set up the kingdom of Israel, the righteous kingdom, man, here on the land, man. You know, after he destroyed Esau, Edom, the so-called white man power system, man. Isaiah 40 and 15.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. And it reads, it said, behold, the nations are as drop of a bucket.
So the Lord said that once again, how you going to, just like our Esdras, you read in second Esdras, man, the 6th chapter, verse 54 through 59, man, said that comparing these nations as a drop of a bucket, man. When you have a bucket of water and you drop a little bit of, like a drop of water out of that bucket, man, you know, cause we're not concerned about that drop, man.
Okay.
You know, so the Lord see comparing these nations as, you know, basically nothing, man.
Okay. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance.
It's kind of, so you ever have dust, a balance weighing things out, man. You know, and you put a heavy object on one side and a lighter object on the other side, and that heavy side outweigh the lighter side, man. But the Lord said that he compared these nations as dust on the balance, man. And dust is, you know, light, man.
Okay.
You know, so when dust is on a balance, man, it don't go nowhere, man. So the Lord's just basically saying that these heathens are nothing, man.
Continue on, it said, behold, he had taken up the isles as a, it's like he has taken up the isles as a very little small thing. 16.
Yeah.
Verse 16. And Lebanon is not significant,
sufficient to burn.
Sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17, it said, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are accounted to him less than nothing, and vanity.
So the Lord saying that the other nations, the heathen nations outside the nation of Israel, man, they are nothing. They counted less than nothing, man. And vanity, man. Vanity means empty, man.
God.
You know, so that's how the Lord look at you heathen nations, man. Because you only care for the nation of Israel, man. You go to Psalms 147 and 19.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob. His statue, his statue and his judgment unto Israel.
So that's who the Lord only dealing with, man. His judgment and his statutes, his laws was only given to the sons of Jacob, man, which are the Israelites, man. You so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. Just like we said earlier, man. You know, the Lord set up Moses to free the free and deliver the nation of Israel out of Egypt, so he could give them their heritage, man. They lost their commandments and giving them the true understanding of their power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, who's the power over all things, man.
Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any nation.
So the Lord is not dealing with all nations, man. Only Israel, man. And these scriptures that they're not going to read into the churches. Why? Because the people in the church, in their Christianity, Roman Catholic, Methodist, Baptist, you know, all of it tied back into Christianity anyway.
Right.
You know, and they're not going to read these scriptures in churches. Why? Because really, they don't know them, man. They don't know what the true understanding of the Bible, man. They just speak out of their own heart, which is deceiving us, man, by
right.
the ways of these false religions, trying to compare the scriptures to man-made, to the traditions of man that was given through these men by religion, man. You know, the scriptures are a spiritual book, man. And the only way you can get the understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, open up your spiritual mind to receive the words and to break these scriptures down, man.
Right. Because they can read this Bible 300 times up and down, man, and still not have no understanding, man. Because it's not given unto them, man. It's given unto the elect, man. The 144,000, okay? And the scripture is dealing with the elect, man, okay? This was not understanding, man. Continue on. It says, he that not deal with so any nations, and as far for his judgment, they had not known them. Praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Yahweh, praise ye the Lord.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Okay.
You know, because the Lord said that the heathen nations don't know them. Why? Because the Lord is not dealing with them. And if they did know the Lord, man, they would have feared the Lord and not break the law, statutes, commandments, you know, that the Lord set up. If the Lord was dealing with all these heathen nations, man, and he was dealing with the whole world, man, you wouldn't have those so-called white men pushing homosexuality, you know, and these wicked laws that's against the Bible, and these heathens right along with them, upholding the wickedness, man, you know, because they're not the Lord chosen people, man. And the so-called white man don't push all this wickedness on the world. That he got the whole world in delusion, man. You know, thinking that the wickedness that he's pushing is right, man. You know, we got 2/3 of you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans caught up into his wickedness, man, and right along with the rest of these heathens, man. So the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah coming back to settle the score, man, and he coming back to set up the elect of the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel holy, holy, you know, but it's starting off with the elect. But 2/3 of you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans gonna die for not returning to your power, man. Believing that the so-called white man system is gonna help you, hoping in America, hoping in these false gods, these idols, you know, not coming back, serving your true power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And there's no excuse, because the Lord got his men out here telling you who you are, man, but you reject the word of the Lord and reject your inheritance, man, and want to lean on your own ways and follow the ways of this wicked world, man, and these heathens, man. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah gonna have to put 2/3 of his people to death, man. Only the elect is gonna make it on this side, man, and the 2/3 gonna have to come back in the kingdom through the offspring of the elect being their children, man. That's it on that. Let me get on Acts 2.
I gotta preach something real quick.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 5. It says, "And now said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, and to bring Jacob again to him."
Kind of, that was, you know, mainly the subject. I mean, that's going into the prophets, man. You know, you had Jeremiah. You said that Jeremiah, Isaiah said that the Lord formed him in the womb, man, to be a prophet, basically be a prophet, and send him to the nation of Israel, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, and tell you about the coming of the Lord, or warning you about the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, or telling you about the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, and warning you about if you don't keep them ways or acknowledge your power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
It says, that Israel will be gathered. It says, yeah.
That's what the elect men and the prophets are doing, man. They're gathering the elect, man, by the word and the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, going out there on the highways and byways, breaking the scriptures down, you know, in sincerity, man, in all truth, man, and pushing his word out on the internet, man.
It says, yet I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, and my power shall be my strength. It said, well, that was it on that.
So because the elect is going to believe on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, and the Lord is going to be make us glorious for believing on him, man, and he's going to be our strength in the times of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, Lord willing to be part of that elect, man. For every brother that's in the truth, man, you got to thrive, you know, to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, push this word to the best of your ability, man, so you can find favor from the Lord when all hell breaks loose, man. The times of Jacob's trouble, he come bring judgment on the world, and mainly 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans for not acknowledging the Lord and not acknowledging the law, statutes, commandments that he gave us, you know, not believing in Yahweh Shah, want to follow the ways of the wicked, you know, these heathens, you know. But the elect is going to be delivered from the times of Jacob's trouble because they believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And it took they took heed to the warning, man.
What you say?
Acts 2 and 21.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 21. And it reads, it said, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall be saved.
So it said, whosoever, man. Now, a lot of you people in the world, in these churches, thinking, when that scripture meaning it say, whosoever call on the name of the Lord shall be saved, they think they're talking about the whole world, man. But, read on.
It said, ye men of the men of Israel, hear these words.
So, the disciples say that ye men of Israel, man, hear these words, man. Not all nations, man. He said, ye men of Israel, man. Because the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel. And this in the New Testament, man. And all that is going to be saved, like we went into earlier, man, is only the elect, man. The 144,000 and the 1/3, man. Just like the book of Romans, what I believe is 7 and 11. You know, when they say that, 11 and 7. It say that Israel have not attained which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest was blinded. So only the elect is going to attain the true understanding and the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. These scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures, the prophecies, you know. He said the rest was blinded, man. Meaning the 2/3, as written in Zechariah the 13th chapter, that 2/3 of our people going to be cut off and die, man, for their disbelief, for their disobedient, not coming back, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and recognizing Yahweh Shem Yahushua as their power, man. But the elect is going to recognize it, man, because they're going to call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true names, man, you know, and cling on to their true inheritance, man, and the true understanding of these scriptures. The Lord's going to deliver it on, man.
It said, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahweh of Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Yahweh did by him in the midst of you, as you yourself and also know.
And that the Lord, you know, also woke up Israel back then, you know, that made Israel, the elect of Israel, believe on him back then also, man. Not, you know, mainly it was by the words that he put into their spiritual mind to understand that he was, to let them know that he was the Messiah, you know. Because back then, our people look at Yahushua just a average man, you know. Even when he did all the miracles, you know, the wonder signs to show the nation of Israel that he's the Messiah, and the Lord Yahweh gave him power, but they still didn't believe, man, because the Lord didn't open up these spiritual eyes, man, to receive that, man. Out of all the spiritual powers and the spiritual miracles that he did, 2/3 of our people back then still denied that he was the Messiah, man. Still denied that the miracles wasn't real, man. But the elect saw those signs and the miracles and believed that Yahushua was sent by Yahweh to be the Messiah and the Savior, man. You know, and the elect is here today, man, through reincarnation, man. Because reincarnation is in the Bible, you know. And the elect that believed back then is here today, that's going to believe today and be saved from believing back then. And the 2/3 that didn't believe back then, they are here today through reincarnation to receive their judgment, man. That's it on that. We get go over to Acts 5 and 29. 5 and 29 through 31.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. It said, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men.
And that's how we is, man. You know, the men of the Lord, we rather obey Yahweh Shem Yahushua than men. You know, and what it's talking about, these men of this world, man. You know, the men of wickedness, man. You know, like the men like these false prophets from these false Israelite camps. You know, the false preachers of these different Christianity churches, man. You know, the ways of Esau with these false religions or traditions or these holidays, you know, or like Christmas and, you know, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween, which all go back to, all of them go back to pagan Roman pagan custom, man. You know, but we Bashim Yahushua did men. Now the Lord set up men, but he set up righteous men. You know? And the man he set up is the man of great millstone, man. Because you got a lot of these people out here, especially the ones that was once part of Israel. Now they going back, you know, in the world, you know, not believing in that they Israelites, you know. You know, they were once part of great millstone. They'll say that, the men of great millstone, the elders, apostles, they ruined my life, you know, because I followed them, you know, which their whole mindset should have been following Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And had the understanding and know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua set up the apostles, the men of great millstone, for them to lead you unto him, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Because the Lord always used men to set up men and teachers, you know, to bring him, bring the people, his elect men, the ones that's going to listen unto him, man. Why do you think the scriptures are written by the prophets, man? The prophets was men going out there telling men of Israel to come back to your power, man. You know, Peter, the disciples, the Lord Yahweh set them up so they can go out there and lead the men of Israel back to the power, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So the Lord always had men that set up in the spirit to bring Israel back unto him, man. So it's no different now, man.
Verse 30, it says, the power of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom him show and hang on a tree.
Because our people are the ones that slew and hang Yahushua on that cross, man. Even though they turned him into the Romans, and the Romans were the one that put him on the cross and crucified him, you know. But you even had, you know, the Roman Praetorians that was back then under the Roman Empire, you had a bunch of Jakes also with the Roman Empire, man. That was part of the Roman system when it comes to the military, man. So, you know, two Roman centurions, they could have been Jakes, man, that pierced the Lord, man, on this side, man. You know, you just can't say that they were so-called white. You know, because you had all type of nations back then during the Roman Empire, man. You know, it's a brief history that during the Roman Empire, man, you had all nations. You had Chinese people in the Roman Empire, Africans, you know, and mainly, but Jake, you know, in the so-called white man being the head of the Roman Empire, you had all these nations following after the Roman Empire, just like you got all these nations today following after the custom of America, which is Rome all over again, man.
Okay. It says, well, verse 31, it says, he had Yahweh assaulted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance unto Israel and forgiveness of sin.
So Yahweh, the Most High, the Father of Yahushua, set Yahushua up, man, to be the savior, man. You know, to give repentance, you know, and forgiveness to the sins to the Israelites, man. You know, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And those that go back to that lineage, man, through your father's seed, man. You know, because the Lord, you know, it's all about the spirit, man. It's all about the spirit, and if that spirit go back to the lineage of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, Israel, man. You know, because like we said earlier, man, you're going to have a lot of these other nations that you know, a lot of our people, these from amongst these other nations, is going to look like these heathens, man. You know, but their bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, Native American descent. You know, they are Israelites, man. And if they part of the elect, they're going to be saved. And, you know, if they're not part of the elect, they still Israel, even though they might be a 2/3 confused face. But in the kingdom, they still going to be part of the inheritance, man. You know, the apostles going into, you know, these icons, how, you know, Jake ruled, you know, in the different kingdoms amongst other heathens and all that, how we were scattered amongst all nations, going to different icons, you know, and how, you know, we mingle ourselves amongst the other nations. And the apostle telling brothers, you know, to put more videos about the dark icons when we rule. And so, Lord willing, we're going to do a video on that, man. Because we got a couple of icons books that we can go into, showing you how the Israelites were scattered amongst all nations and ruling different countries, man. and left their seed behind under these. Left their seed with other scattered amongst heathen nations. That's it on that. So the point is that the Lord's Yahushua was set up for the nation of Israel, man, to give repentance to the nation of Israel for their sins, man.
That's right.
And for the moment right now, He only looking for the elect, man, 144,000, man. The way the 2/3 sins gonna be forgiven, they're gonna have to die. But the Lord's still gonna forgive their sins when they come back into the kingdom, because like I say, the kingdom's gonna be here on earth, and the new covenant, which goes to Israel, is that the Lord's gonna make all Israel righteous, man, by putting the law, statutes, commandments in our spiritual mind, so we won't go off anymore. All we're gonna be thinking about is righteousness, man, and executing the laws, statutes, commandments, and judgment and righteousness, man. Jeremiah 30 and 15, verse 18. So now that explain that the Lord only dealing with Israel, and our future is that we're going to be ruler kings, we Negro, Latino, Native Americans, we're going to be ruling, man. The men, and then the women under the men, they're going to be, the women ain't going to have no certain rulership, but they're going to be, basically just going to be women or the men that ruling, man. They're going to be, princes. They're going to have they handmaids, they slaves, because that what's going to happen to you other nations, man. Lord about to set us back up as being that royalty people that we once was, man, and that we still are. Even if we're not captivity, man, we still above you heathens, man, But the Lord about to make it manifest that we are the chosen royal people, man, and we're going to rule over you heathens, man. And that's your future, man, Not all people going to be saved. The Lord's going to set up the nation of Israel once Yahweh shall return, destroy America, destroy these world armies, and once He had those missiles destroy Israel, where you fake imposter Jews are at, we're going to inherit our land and set up our kingdom, man, by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, man. And the way we're going to do that is by the way of the Lord putting you heathens in slavery, man. Starting off with you so-called white people, you Edomites, you elites that rule the world, on down to you other heathens, man.
You said 30 and 15 or 30 and 18?
30 and 15.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 15. It said, why criest thou for then affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity.
So the Lord, put us in a state of affliction, man, mourning, man, suffering, man, through slavery, man, And the Lord said that thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity, because we went off against the Lord, man, because of our iniquities, man. Transgression against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, law, statute, commandments, man, sin, man.
It says, continue on, it says, because thou sin were increased it, I have done these things unto thee.
So the Lord the one that put us in captivity, man, under you heathens, man. Not by your own power, man, because the so-called white man still boasting to this day how he took the Native Americans down, the Central Americans, the Latino tribes, the Mexicans and all of them down. How he took the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, you Negroes, West Indies, Jamaicans, and Haitians. How he brought us over here into captivity on those slave ships. And he thought that he did that all through his power, man, and still boasts to this day that he still got his foot on our neck, man. Don't have the spiritual understanding that the Lord the one that set him up over us, man. Just like he don't have the spiritual understanding that the Lord gonna bring his kingdom down and set us over him, man. Continue on.
It says, verse 16, therefore, all thee that it say, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So that's what's gonna happen, man. All you heathen nations, starting off with the so-called white man, is gonna be devoured, man. Since devour us, man. Meaning devour going to, destruction, man. You destroy us, man, by taking our land, taking our inheritance, putting us in slavery. So Lord said he's going to return recompense, payback on you heathen nations, man. Starting off with you Edomites, you so-called white people, on down to you other heathen nations, because y'all all had a hand in oppressing us and bringing us down through slavery, man. And Psalms, I believe, the 83rd chapter speaks about how all these nations came together and destroy us as being the nation of Israel, man. And they named all you heathen nations, man.
Continue on. It said, all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go in captivity.
And y'all, all our adversaries, man, enemies, man. And the Lord said, all of them shall go into captivity. That didn't just say Esau. The Lord said all of them, man. But how most of these people think and believe that the only heathen nation is going to serve captivity is Esau, because he's the wicked, But the Lord said all of them, all these heathen nations going to serve captivity, man. Why? Because the Lord is not dealing with these heathen nations, man. He only dealing with the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, the Israelites. These heathen nations are not these other nations. Heathen nation wasn't cruel like Esau, like he did, the things that he did to us, like the Chinese, the Arabs. But all these heathen nations at one point in time had us in captivity, man. Even though Esau, the worst, being under you so-called white people, is the worst captivity. But the Lord said none of them is not going to escape, man. He said all of them going to go into captivity, man.
That's right. Continue on, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled.
Spoiled, man, meaning y'all took all our things from us, man. When we went down, and went on the bottom in captivity, man. Y'all took all our riches, man. Y'all, you so-called white people took our land, y'all still basically living good off the slavery of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Over 400, 500 years worth of slavery that y'all still living off, man. That benefit, man. They call it old money, and you still living off the way off the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, slaving the day here in America, man, that keep this country running, man, through the different jobs and oppressing and things that Israel is still doing, man, to keep this so-called country afloat, which is about to crash now.
That's right.
But the Lord said, y'all going to be spoiled, because in our kingdom, we're going to have you heathen nations as our slaves, man. And we're going to take all the riches back, man, that you stole from us. We're going to take it, and we're going to have more abundantly, man. More than our hearts can desire, man.
It says, all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
So you was praised and still praised to this day, man, by you so-called white people, man. Still being shot down by the police, man. Still being poisoned by these different pestilence that you make in your CDC, man. Your center disease control, man. All these plagues, these biological weapons that you push out here, man. Still to this day, man. We still the prey under you Edomites, and you rescue heathens, man. So when we get that power, man, because the Lord gonna raise us up with power, man. Spiritual power, man, at that, man. It ain't gonna be no deliverance for y'all, man. It's gonna be time for you heathens judgment, man. And it's gonna be time for y'all to get slaved, man. Be put to death, man, by the ones that you oppress, man, the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites, man. And the Lord is gonna be with that, man, because it called justice and balance, man.
Continue on with that. 17.
Yeah.
Verse 17, it said, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee, or I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And the Lord is doing that now, man. Because we was once wounded, man. Not knowing who we are, man. Being here in captivity and following the ways of these heathens, man. Following the ways of America, man. But the Lord is healing the nation of Israel by giving them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, man. The true understanding of the prophecies, man, that's about to take place, leading to Yahweh shall return it and establish the kingdom of Israel here on the earth, man, and put you heathens in captivity.
It said, because they call thee an outcast.
Kind. That's how these heathen nations look at us, man. They look at us as an outcast, meaning nobody, man. Here we the princes of the power, the Lord chosen people, you know, and they look at us like we nothing, man. But that's how low the Lord brought us, man. You know, and through them bringing us down. The Lord allowing them to bring us down, you know. So they looking at us like we nothing, man. Even though these heathen, majority of these heathen, they know that we're the children of Israel, man. They know that we're the Lord chosen people and about our history, man. But the reason why they look down upon us, because they know back then, in the ancient days, once upon a time, while we was in rulership, we was over them, man. You know, we had them in captivity, man. It ain't like now, all these lies being pushed, because these people really think, you know, everybody all together. These heathen nations hate us for that old hatred, because they know once upon a time, we had to rule over them, man. When we had it over them in righteousness, man. You know? So now they trying to get their payback on us, man. You know? And the Lord is not with them, you know, on getting their payback on us forever, man. The Lord favored the nation of Israel, man. So the payback is going to come back on them for what they're doing to us.
Continue on, it says, the Lord, so like I'm going to read it over, it says, for I will restore the health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wound, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seek after.
So these other nations, they don't seek after the nation of Israel, man. Ain't none of these, they like the scriptures, Psalm 83, all these heathen nations came to take us out of power, man, to keep us from our true power and our inheritance, man.
Right.
Ain't none of these heathen nations came up and stopped Esau or the Arabs and the Africans for putting us on those slave ships. They didn't stop Esau for coming over here taking the so-called white people came over here taking the land of the Native Americans and the Latinos, man. None of those heathen nations step up and did that. Why? Because all of them was hand in hand, man, to bring us down, man. You know? So the Lord said that none of them seek after us, man, because none of them are with us, man. They all of them are against us, man. They seek after our downfall, man.
Verse 18, thou said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents.
So the Lord is going to establish Jacob, meaning Israel. He's going to bring that captivity back, meaning he's going to deliver us from our captivity by the way of Yahweh Shah, setting us up in the kingdom, man. Deliver us from this destruction. That's what they come. Starting off with the elect.
Continue on. It says, and having mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be built upon her own heap, and the places shall remain after the manner thereof.
So that's talking about the kingdom, man. The Lord going to, through the wisdom, knowledge, and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's going to set up the elect to build up the kingdom of Israel, man. You know, by the law, statutes, commandments, and by the way of you heathens going into slavery, man. We're not going to be, we doing all the work now, man. We built all these different empires, man, through slavery, man. So when the kingdom be established, man, it's going to be time for you heathens to be put to work, man. And y'all going to build our kingdom, man, and be subject unto us, man. That's it on that. Get Revelation 13 and 9. And that's what's going to happen, man, to you heathen nations, man. Because all nations are not the same, man. We are all not equal, man. The Lord set us above all you heathen nations, man. And it's about to be manifest that the Lord only dealing with the nation of Israel, man.
That's right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. And it's read, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
And they're talking about understanding, man. If any man have understanding of these scriptures, hear and take it in, man. Because this is what the scriptures talking about, the future prophecies, man. Times that we enter in now, man.
Verse 10, he that led into captivity shall go into captivity.
The Lord said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So who led here in the last days? To the book of Revelation is about prophecies in the last days, man. Who led one nation into captivity one nation that led another nation in captivity, man. It was you so-called so-called white people, man. You Edomites, man. Right along with the rest of you heathen nations. Man.
That's right.
And one nation that y'all put in captivity, led in captivity, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but happily to be the Israelites, man. So the Lord said that he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So you heathens that led the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans in captivity, starting off with the number one enemy, you Edomites, you so-called white people, you going into captivity on down to the rest of you heathens, man.
Come. They say he that lead us in captivity should go into captivity. He that's killed us with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And that's justice, man. Then you shed the blood of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, you shed the blood of the Native Americans and Latinos Americans by the way of the sword, man. And you took the lands from them, man, and brought us over here in captivity, man. It wasn't no so-called nice captivity, man. What you was doing to the Negroes, you know, you brought us over here by the way of bloodshed, man.
God.
You know, look at those movies like Roots or Goodbye Uncle Tom.
God.
You know, different other slave movies that you so-called white people trying to erase and forget about, man. You know, now you want to do away with those movies and the history, or your wicked history and your shameful history about how you did the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because you seen that the payback is coming, man.
That's
you
right.
seen that your kingdom falling, and you seen that the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans rising up, proclaiming the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that we are the Israelites, and that the Lord's about to bring you your kingdom down and bring punishment on you Edomites, man.
That's
and
right.
You heathen nations, man.
That's
so
right.
That's why you getting scared and trying to stop the word from being spread out. But it's not gonna, happen. You're gonna try you bring a new world order. You're gonna bring the, trying to cut the word of the Lord off, but it's still not gonna affect that Yahweh Shem Yahushua got the prophecies that's gonna be fulfilled, man. Of these scriptures, man. Meaning the downfall of America, the rest of you heathen nations, you Edomites, and the rest of you heathen nations, and the uprising of the nation of Israel, man.
It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And that's what the elect men are waiting for, man. You know what they're talking about when they say here is the patience, the faith and the patience and the faith of the saints. It's going into the elect of Israel, man. Because 2/3 of our people ain't looking for you so-called white people or you heathen nations are going in captivity, man.
Right.
They want you so-called white people to keep ruling because they love the ways of your doing, man. They want to hold on to the American dream. They want to hold on to the wickedness of this place, man. So what's going to happen, man? They're going to die right along with you heathens, man. They're going to have the same fate as you heathens, man.
Right.
And the Lord is only going to deliver the elect. And the elect is being patient and having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, waiting for the Lord to bring our enemies down and establish our kingdom. And we're going to have the rule and power over you heathens, man. That's it on that. Get on one more scripture. Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. Just a couple of more scripture, another scripture proving that the Lord is not dealing with all nations, man. He's only dealing with the nation of Israel, man. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, with the New Testament, the Old Testament represents the Most High giving the covenants and establishing the nation of Israel as his people, man. And the prophets that he set among the nation of Israel, man. And the New Testament represents Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, being that sacrificial lamb or that sacrifice for only Israel, man. So they can have a right here in the last days, which we are in now, to come back to Yahushua, man, and believe on him so they can be delivered. And the New Testament fully being established when Yahushua set up the nation of Israel, the kingdom, man, and make us all righteous, man, in the spirit, man. We're going to rule forever in righteousness, man.
You said Daniel 1:6?
2 and 44.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. It says, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom.
And we are in the days of these kings, man. You know, when you read up, it's talking about all the different empires that's what's going to come before the establishment of the nation of Israel, man. You know, and right now we are in the empire of the second state of Rome, you know, which is, you know, America, EU, NATO, and the beast. You know, basically the 10 toes at the end of that statue, man. The ones that was mingled with iron and clay. So now we at the end of all these other kingdoms of these heathens that rule, man. If this was going to happen, man.
It said, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom.
Talking about the kingdom of Israel, man. The power of the heavens, meaning the Most High. Yahweh setting up his people kingdom, man.
It said, which shall never be destroyed.
And our kingdom is not going to be destroyed, man. All these other ancient kingdoms that Daniel told the vision to the Babylonian king, King Nebuchadnezzar. You know, he told them all these nations was going to come into power and they were going to fall, man. But the true power that the heavens going to set up is the nation of Israel, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Their kingdom, when Yahweh Shah set it up, man, it's not going to be destroyed, man. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom, man, in righteousness.
Continue on, this say the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
And that's the point right there, man. The kingdom that Yahweh Shah is going to set up, which is the kingdom of Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, the ones of that and the ones that come from that descent from their father's side. The Lord said that his people, his kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, is going to be set up, and it's not going to be left to other people, man. Meaning these people, these nations outside the nation of Israel is not going to inherit the kingdom, man.
That's right.
Only the Israelites, man.
That's right. It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all of these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
And that's what's going to happen, man. And once we get established through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, like we read earlier, man, once the kingdom of Israel is set up, man, one of the first things that the Lord will have his people to do, meaning his men, and we're going to put you, heathen nations, in captivity, man. You know, you're going to be hiding, you know, trying to flee for the men of the Lord. The Lord going to have his men with that power, man, to search you out, man, and throw you head first, man, into captivity, man.
That's right.
A lot of all you heathen nations, man, starting off with you elites, man, that rule the world in wickedness, man.
That's right.
That's what they're talking about. It shall destroy all these other kingdoms, man. And once Yahweh shall come back and destroy your army by the ways of his army, by the so-called UFOs, the chariots of Israel, and he bring down the world's military. After the smoke and dust is settled, man, he gonna set up the kingdom of Israel by bringing his men or bringing his people out of the chariots, from off the chariots. Once the dust and smoke clear, man, and one of the main things they're gonna do, one of the first things they're gonna do is put you heathens in captivity, man. And that's how the kingdom of Israel is gonna start that build up, man, being built up physically, man. You know, when it comes to the point when it's time to establish the kingdom and build up, you get to work, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. There's gonna be a kingdom that's gonna last forever, man. And you heathens gonna go into captivity for 1,000 years, man. And after that 1,000 years, the only nation that's gonna be not replaced, the only nation that's gonna be destroyed, eradicate off the earth, if you so-called white people, man, you Edomites, man.
That's
all
right.
the wickedness that you have been doing, man. The Lord said he hates you Edomites, man. He hates you so-called white people because y'all the wicked. And that's how it goes, man.
That's right.
Don't get mad at us, man. Get mad at the Most High, man.
That's right.
You know, you just glad Yahweh Shah chose us to be the nation of Israel, man.
That's
pray
right.
that we part of the elect at that. But for you heathens, you have no chance, man. Especially you Edomites, man. You know, you're going into captivity for 1,000 years, right along with the rest of your companions, of the heathens. And the Lord gonna take you out after that 1,000 years. He's gonna round you Edomites up to get rid of your whole nation, man. Men, women, and children, man.
That's right.
And you heathen nation, after that 1,000 years, are gonna be up on us And you're going to have to follow our laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's how the kingdom of Israel is going to be ruled forever, man. You know? So, you know, it's a good thing for Israel, man, that we the Lord chosen people, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially for the elected ones that believe.
That's right.
You know, 2/3, you know, don't believe, man. They're going to die. But we have to understand and know that they still Israel, and the Lord going to bring them back in the kingdom, you know, through the elect men. But for you heathens, man, only chance that y'all got, man, hoping that your bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, Native American descent, you know, or you hope that your bloodline don't go back to Edom, man.
That's right.
Edom gonna get the worst of all of it,
That's
man.
right.
You know,
That's
right. After that 1,000 years, man, the Edom gonna be done, man.
That's right.
And the only hope for y'all heathens is after that 1,000 years that y'all gonna be still, you know, part of our kingdom as slaves, you know, but at least y'all don't have the faith of Esau being eradicated off the earth, man, through the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
That's right.
Israel kingdom gonna be an everlasting kingdom, man. So, you know, praying that this lesson been edifying, man. That you brothers been fare well, man. And always remember, man, you gotta have that king mentality, man. That we above all these nations, man.
That's right.
Even though we in a low condition now, but having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding put you in that king mentality and know that the Lord is with us, man. And these heathens are nothing, man. You know, we got to play our role, you know, work under these heathens, because we know what time it is, you know, that we suffering for our sins here in captivity. But we also got to remind ourselves that Yahushua is with us, man. And the point coming that Lord going to give us authority over these heathens, man, because we over them, man. It ain't going to be like this forever, man. Lord's about to destroy this place, man. You got to have that confidence and faith and believe that Lord is going to do that, man.
That's right.
So, brothers, man, keep fighting. You know, keep pushing, man. Keep having that king mentality, man. Keep praying, man. You know, Passover coming up, man. Pray to the Lord and give you the strength to endure, man. You know, that he, you know, pass over us from the judgment that he about to bring here to America, man. You know, so brothers, you know, till the next time, man, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, at Ruel, and salutation to the elect, the house of David, that's out there exalting and pushing the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Next time, Shalom.
Shalom.